Do you guys ever like not shit when you travel? I've talked to people who have like experienced that too, or like sometimes you'll fly somewhere or drive somewhere really far away, and then you just won't poop for a couple days out of
No,
nowhere.
I'm regular. I shit every morning without fail, no matter what. And it's rare that there is an afternoon or evening shit because I eat pretty consistently, and I always make sure there's a good bit of fiber in my diet.
Well, that's what I'm saying is so weird about it. Is like I'm pretty similar too. Usually in the morning, sometimes early afternoon. But then I'll go on a trip, or like I went to Colorado last weekend, and I didn't poop all weekend. I shit, I think like late morning, early afternoon on Friday, and then it wasn't until like Monday morning that some of the backlog started pouring out. Not pouring out. It was an ordeal. But like my diet leading up to
It was
travel
compressed into a
was
poop
the same.
diamond.
Yeah, it was just poop time. The bitch turned sideways on me. And I had to call my dad. Dad, get in here and break this up. You bring me one of my skis.
Later on
Talk
in the
about
show,
Blue
folks.
Chew for 18 minutes straight.
Oh, at least I'm down. Look, boys, I am down.
Oh, here we go. I kicked him off. I'm so sorry, everybody.
I'm down to my last Blue Chew. Luckily, I was alerted today via email, as they want to do. New shipment on the
This
way.
is half my fault.
Oh, they love it. This will become the dick pill cast if they start chatting up, having problems with it. I won't stand for it. My cock will though, because of Blue Chew.
I picked my nose with it.
It's a very long, narrow penis.
Yes.
You know, you get a little touchy.
What are your dimensions? Well, I'm 24 inches long and 3 inches in diameter.
Yes. You'll picture 9 chapsticks next to each other.
Well, have you ever seen a nerd rope?
I don't know what that
Nerd
is.
rope.
Remember in school when you take all the highlighters off the board and stick one into the other?
Wait, highlighter's not thin?
Dude, that would be like the funniest fucking thing. A dude who's like always bragging. Who's like, dude, they didn't even eat the bear.
They kept the trophy.
Not everybody eats bear,
Do
Rogan.
you eat bear?
Joe Rogan does.
You can eat. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're gonna kill a bear, you should eat it.
Kyle, did it make you feel more manly when you ate the bear? Did you feel
I
stronger?
felt a lot more aggressive, Joe. I'm going to tell you. When I ate that bear, well, I had a lot of strong emotions come up, and next thing I knew, I was in
Joe,
a
what is
den.
wrong with you?
I was in a den, putting a pine cone in my asshole, and
Painting a picture here.
And meanwhile, Joe's like, yeah, I went to this ayahuasca retreat, and it was really enlightening. I didn't know that in the traditional Cherokee style, you have to give your trip leader a hand job after you take the medicine. But it really did add more to it. You know, I was scared at first. By the end, I liked it.
And this has been like kind of making the rounds a little bit in the paramotor world, although it's not paramotor related.
Oh,
Did you pause it?
I paused it, but I see some skin hooks.
Yeah, we'll go to 106.
yeah, I'm there.
All right. So we're at 106. Ready, set, play. So there are the skin hooks that they will be attaching the base jumping chute to.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, this is amazing.
For those of you who aren't watching this shit, they've got these bars through, like 6 or 8 bars through his back skin, and he's fucking jumping off a cliff tied to a parachute. Oh, God.
Why would you do this?
He's got great calves.
Get a job.
He doesn't need a harness. He just attached
Oh,
a...
it's disgusting. Oh, it's disgusting. What if it just...
What if, right? Like... Wow, this guy's doing a back... Oh, but he's wearing a
He's
harness.
got a
Never
goddamn
mind.
chute, though.
It's
I'll do a backflip if I've got a chute.
Well, just to
That
be clear, they all have a
motherfucker's-
chute. He just didn't have a harness, the first guy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
His chute is attached to a whole different kind of apparatus.
That's horrible. That is just...
Oh, they're
it's
showing
all
the wounds
bloody
now.
after.
Bill is obviously tougher than you. He didn't bleed nearly as much.
Is his skin like all stretched out now?
Yes.
I don't know. Those...
Perfect job.
Whoever the mad scientist who invented this rig should be put down, like those bears in their den. You should find out where he lives and go there while he's in his sleep, and fire bullets into the cave that he lives in and drag him out like those Alaskan men did.
You know what
That
sucks
is
that
awful.
guy can vote. That guy can throw his opinion into the ring. Like
He looks like a liberal fellow. Like I don't know if
I would guess that if you limited voting to people who with dreadlocks that do that skin shoot, the Democrats would really do well.
I
it would be
think so,
great for
too.
Bernie. You know?
Although maybe the conservatives are more on the side of, hey, do what you want to do out there. Maybe they're more libertarian in some ways than the maybe the left would be like, hey, we have to pay for your health insurance, sir. You can't be doing extreme things like that.
It is hard to decide which side tells you how to live and which side gives you the freedom to live the way you want. Because I can make
It
arguments
depends how you
both
like to live.
ways. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You know, the core focus of my religion is telling you what sex should be like. Right?
Yeah.
And then whatever. I'm just trying not to go hard on politics. We'll see how this
Unless
goes.
you're a white man with a bit of money, and then you can fuck anything you want. Just don't tell anybody about it and do it once in front of all of us.
We're a big tent kind of party. Everyone's welcome in here as long as you're not a gay or someone who base jumps with bars in your skin. Those are the only two groups we still exclude. All the rest are fine. Man,
Lindsey Graham's over there like, actually, that's right. Only those with bars in their back are now discriminated against. Come on, Lindsey, sit in the tent.
Oh, if Lindsey Graham came out gay, I would be not surprised.
That would be so fucking funny.
You can't be that
Well,
effeminate.
I've been gay since I saw my first penis. It was in 1957 in a locker room, and I thought, my goodness, I'd like that in me. and I went to talk to my father, and he gave me such a savage beating. I was afraid of even my own penis for years to come. Or years to not come, if you catch my drift. That's what made me into the staunch Republican I am today.
He's just he's so effeminate, and he's unmarried, and he's that old.
Oh,
I
is
didn't
he?
know he was unmarried.
Yeah.
Oh,
are you
dude, that's
certain? I
another
can
nail in the
Google it.
coffin.
There's a Vatican-backed newspaper that's all women staffed for some reason. And they didn't let them report on the fact that priests rape nuns, and every one of them quit the same day.
That's true.
I mean, that's good news. They actually stood up for themselves.
Yeah, I wonder how it played out. Did they like, all right, come back? Or if they're like, nope, we're just going to stick with this and hire all new people.
Put Chandra in there. She knows her place.
Ah, yes, the classic voice of the Catholic.
That's the Southern Catholic.
The Southern Catholic. The Pope's over there. I thought we had a good idea going, I can't believe you go and tell them I'll rape you. I thought you say, no, stop, please. It's part of the game, yeah? I'm Italian, very sexually aggressive.
Yeah, Lindsey Graham has never been married. He's not unmarried. I think as Kyle implied.
Never even been seen with a woman.
Yeah,
it would be funny if he came out, like, you remember when Mike Pence was like, I only have dinner with my wife because I think that it's untoward to do so with another woman. It's inappropriate. And if Lindsey Graham was like, I absolutely agree, that I take it even a step further. I don't even like to be in the same room as women. I hate them. It's just they're so icky and gross. And I saw a photo online of their genitals once, and shudder to think.
That thing looks like it's gonna just eat you up.
Yeah.
I just imagine him shaking Mike Pence's hand, and then Mike immediately doing that down the pants wipe thing. like just gotta get that Lindsey Graham off of me.
Yeah. That'd be funny if as like he was doing his gay monologues, or like saying like the conversion therapy stuff, he's like side-eyeing Graham the whole time, like, and so conversion therapy can work. Lindsey. It can't. Lindsey, pay attention. I'm only doing this in front of the class because I don't want to embarrass you. Like,
we wouldn't smash the pumpkins in the yard. We would take them. We would take their pumpkins with us, and we'd throw them out of the moving vehicle, because then they would just splatter.
That's more fun. Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, you had to have a driver's license. Were you still vandalizing with at that age?
Kyle?
Yes,
Kyle clearly was. Taylor, I was talking to you.
Oh, on me.
I certainly didn't know I didn't know where those people lived, anywhere my friends lived. So, I'd go over to Raleigh's house and skunk him. That's when you take a dead skunk and you put it in his mailbox.
Nice. Where do you get the dead skunk?
Well, you got to drive around for a while. We lived in the country. The thing about a dead skunk is it announces its presence when you drive. You don't have to be like, all right, keep your eyes peeled, boys. It's just like, all right, let's go for a leisurely drive this evening. Listen to some music and smoke cigarettes. And yep, we're close. Like,
I remember people would do like forking other people's yards.
That's work for you too, though.
See, that was the thing. That's why I never did forking, because like people would explain, they'd be like, so the prank is we get there at midnight, put in a solid 7-hour shift of bending over, putting forks into the ground. And then the next morning they're like, look at all these forks. And I'm like, but it's going to take us as long as it's going to take them to clean it up. That's not a prank.
I just imagine it doing it to the one guy on the block who's got a mower with a mulcher on it. He's like, fuck you. He just drives through them all, sucking them all up.
A buddy of mine in a fraternity in college, he had this it was one of the shittiest houses on campus, like totally breaking down. Not like the fire escape was made of wood, which is not.
Seems like bad for fires.
It's not ideal, definitely. And so he was telling me once, he's like, yeah, dude, it was such a shithole. Like I was in the top bunk and there was only 2 feet of clearance between where my bed was and the roof, like the ceiling. And so like he's like shoved in there, and he's like, and right above my face where I slept, giant hole right in the ceiling. I was like, oh, that sucks. And he's like, yeah, it gets even worse though, because a couple of weeks ago I was laying down and I heard a little like a little like little noises and like tip tapping. I roll over for a minute and it's like, someone's just making noise, whatever. I heard it again. Tip 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 tip, a little chittering and tip tapping. So I roll back on my back and try and fall asleep. And when I hear it one more time, I open my eyes and I see the glowing eyes of a raccoon looking at me through the hole in the ceiling.
Okay.
And there was a raccoon that was living in the ceiling. And he was like, and so I was like, what'd you do? And he's like, I screamed and I jumped out of bed, hit my head on the ceiling, got out of there. And so we spent the next 3 to 4 hours, everybody in the house, hitting the ceiling with brooms, trying to scare it out. I was like, did it eventually come out? Did you get it? He's like, yeah, eventually it came out. And then we had to deal with the situation of a raccoon chasing us throughout our fraternity house. I was like, what'd you do? How'd you get rid of it? And he's like, about 4 of us got in the main hallway with brooms, trying to shuffle it to the other side. It was too quick, though. It kept dodging past us. Eventually, Riley stood by the door, hiding behind it, and as soon as it got close, he smacked it outside with the broom. And I don't think we've seen it since. And I was like, wait, have you like called anybody to make a complaint? He's like, oh no, it's fine. It was the biggest shithole. I remember going to big parties there, and the upstairs hallway would bow when this many people were standing on it, to the point that I was like, I'm gonna be on the news if I don't leave, like for a collapsed house. But